January 8, 11:21 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, No. 1.
So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We almost got this case won now, Nick.
I wish I could agree.
Huh?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth.
You mean you think Mr. Armstrong was lying?
I don't know. But if that's the line that the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have a case making evidence what we're gonna need.
Hey, pal!
Detective Gumshoe!
What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end.
Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black, Miss Top Knot.
It's not a top knot.
Well, never mind about the hair. Just calm down, all right?
I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I get kind of wound up. Ah!
No kidding.
You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything.
Well,
Hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you've got an hour.
An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then.
But, Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right?
True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you can get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour?
You bet.
In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me?
Okay.
Medicine bottle, baby.
Oh, right, yeah, because we never got the, yeah.
Yeah, it's the one found covered in unidentified fingerprints, you know.
Makes sense.
But anyway, if you're going back to the station, do you think you could figure out whose prints are on this?
Oh, hey, that's a small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right?
Yeah. I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on it belong to.
Sure thing, pal. Actually, that's been gnawing at me, too.
Small bottle given to Detective Gumshoe.
Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back.
Well, this is pretty much the final showdown, I guess.
It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys.
True. January 8, 1:56 p.m. District Court, Courtroom, No. 4. So back here.
I really missed the comment. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Godot, did you find Furio T. Gray?
I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job. No problem.
Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furio T. Gray, but come on.
He's pretty lively. Be careful. He still bites.
Very well. Please show Mr. T. Gray to the stand. Witness, please state your name. Don't hide under the table, Maya. Unless there's room for me down there, too.
What'd you say to me?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest. Who could have guessed that the fear would introduce a bad Brooklyn accent to the judge?
Relatable. I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky?
No, of course not, buddy. It was, the judge? Your Honor! Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen! Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal. That's it. We're doomed.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What did you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in.
Too cool.
Let him get the better of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct?
Incident? I don't know nothing about no sneaking incident, mask boy.
You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird?
Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas.
Of course! Well, perhaps you could give your testimony then. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder.
Hey, Phoenix, right?
Huh.
You was the one who set this up, didn't you? You was gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying?
Ugh. Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today.
Get it, Nick. The tiger's alibi. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from Tender Lunda every single day. You just want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta.
Ah! At last! I found my pen! Very well then, Mr. Wright. You're cross-examined. What is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting like that.
I know the kind of games that guy in blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punched away at stupid details till he wins.
Lowlife? Me?
Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000. And you's gonna borrow the cash from me.
That's one loan contract I refuse to sign.
And don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger.
Ha! I love a good spectator sport.
Just a minute! That's really not all that legal.
This witness is, how can I put it, a hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side, and he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours, too.
Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here.
You was better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus.
The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of the witness's testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor.
I thought you can go do it, Nick.
Come out from under there already, would you, Maya?
Oh.
Oh geez, alright. Okay, so let's not press...
Let's press this right now.
Alright.
No, I don't buy that you haven't even heard of the incident that occurred at Tribulations.
You's got a big mouth, right? You was trying to say I was in on some mob hit? Is that what you're trying to say? Where's your proof then?
Evidence, yes, well,
For an attorney to make an accusation in court, he must have evidence. That's from loan shark to lawyer, a beginner's guide, yeah?
I see you're the studious type, Mr. Tigre. Very good.
Ha! Why don't you ask him to represent you sometime, Trite?
What should I do?
Oh, okay.
All right, look at the court record. 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 Do we have any evidence that he knows about the murder? Okay. So we know that he's been there. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We've got these matches, right? He's got that's motive.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially, right? That's plenty of weenies.
Yep, that's a lot of weenies.
No.
No.
That's a radio flyer. Okay.
The empty bomber.
No.
I feel like we don't have
Meet
it.
with the tiger is the closest thing that we've got, but we don't know that doesn't tie him.
Yeah.
Okay, December 3rd is when the murder took place. Glenn L.
Yes.
went to meet with the tiger. So I think there's almost basis here, right?
Yes? Maybe? For the statement, I don't know nothing about no murder?
Is that the exact statement?
I think so.
We said there's no way that you don't know about what happened at Tribulations.
Yeah, do we have proof for that? That he pays attention to what happened?
No, because Glenn could have had a meeting without him.
Yep. Okay, let's leave this for now.
Too dangerous to press things without knowing where they might end up. I better just focus on gathering information at the moment. Now then, Mr. Tigre. Would you mind repeating your testimony from the beginning, please?
Now, my time ain't free, you hear? Who's better remember that? If I miss that bus, someone's gonna pay.
Ugh.
Okay, so yeah, so that was the first
All
one.
right.
So I assume, unlike in the Mo one, if you press it, you know, it'll just prompt us
Yeah.
to press further or not. Okay.
Okay, I was tied. Well, before we press it, right? I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in my office. It also said meet with the Tigre on Glen Elk's thing. It didn't say meet at Trabian.
Can we prove that this is the tiger? Yeah. Yeah, it also doesn't say Tribune. You're right.
I got whales lined up. Okay, I don't care. Check my alibi. Ask my alibi.
I think we should press all these just to see what they mean.
Let's soft press all of them. You know.
Yeah.
Worst case,
I
we
agree.
just die.
I agree.
Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago. You know.
You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is.
Sharp. Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini?
She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's where I was.
That seems like a rather sketchy schedule.
Oh,
There he goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. It's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So now what? Okay, can we press that he had a meeting with Glen Elk?
Maybe.
It's only one health, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
Mr. Tigre.
what do you want?
If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
Objection. This is a dead end, right? And you know it. Remember the rules.
Yeah, hold on a second. No, it's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately. I agree. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too?
Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before.
I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please.
Mr. Tigre, the court asks you to add that last statement to your testimony.
Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself.
The days you talking about I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before.
Present?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So now we can say, the calendar, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that, yeah.
Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glen Elk. But it appears that Mr. Glen Elk knew you.
What?
Mr. Elk left a little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. And the date? December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glen Elk. Because the very day of the incident, you met with him. Wow, that makes a good point. What a shoot.
Not bad. It was actually not bad.
Sorry?
I was just messing with yous to see how good you were.
Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad.
That's one compliment I could do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth.
Yeah, Nick is really bad.
Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated.
You was calling me a liar. Is that what you're doing?
Roll, Raggy.
God damn it. So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth?
I said I'm dead serious. You's better believe that's the truth.
Ha! Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre.
Oh, yes. Would you mind indulging the court, witness? He never actually met the victim. That's got to be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy.
The victim, Glenn Elg. I ain't no liar. I never met Glenn Elg. It was some lame guy with that name, though, wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, 10 to Lunda. I waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. I ain't never ever been to that Tribulations joint, you see?
Got him.
Yeah, got him. Let's go.
Got him. I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up.
I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor.
Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right?
I can't afford somebody to clean my toilet, much less pay an express train bill.
I think we know what's going on here.
I can see what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches?
Matches? What you's talking about?
We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant. If you've really never been to Tribulations before, what was a book of restaurant matches doing in your desk?
You's been snooping around my stuff too now, wise guy. What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me.
Oh, I got a bar control.
That's really powerful. Yeah. What an... Order! Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you?
Ah!
Sorry! I'm terribly sorry, forgive me!
I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day.
Oh, what?
Well, listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid.
Well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony.
I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elg that day. And he did put poison in his coffee. He must have.
Alright, that Tribulations. I was supposed to meet with the kid on the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. Guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, then I went straight back to my office.
Fudge. I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions.
Ha! No problem. Anytime Tripe presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty.
Mr. Godot, that's my job.
Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it!
Yes, sir!
The special express ain't cheap, right? Just so you know since you was paying.
Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here?
No.
At Tribulations. Okay, I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon, huh?
I feel...
Yeah.
Let's press it.
Whoa,
See why.
whoa. So, the meeting wasn't due to take place at Tender Lender at all, then?
The kid was making a fuss about coming into the office. It's always that way when I want to talk about repayments. Even though I got the best punching bag you've ever seen if there are any issues.
Maybe it's because of the punching bag that people are scared to come? So that's why you decided to meet at Tribulations.
Objection. Ha! You're going over old ground again, Trite.
Sorry.
You just turned yourself up... Oh, what? Now suck it down.
That's what I'm saying! He said don't ask any unnecessary questions, you dumbass! You will suck down a penalty, Mr. Indiana! And you will like it! Thank you, sir. And may I have another...
Never call me a state again.
Okay.
Okay. Let's not
No,
do this
he
one
wouldn't
then.
have. No, he wouldn't have seen it though. But that he's just lied, you know.
What do you mean?
But anyway, continue. Let's read all of them.
The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as
cotton.
concrete. If the placement how ready is going to be so split.
Makes sense.
Okay. Okay,
Anyway,
so
do me a favor. Do me a
yes.
favor and open up the court record without
Yeah.
presenting anything, and go to that first
I
image.
will not hit the Y button. Okay, first image. What? He could have fucking seen that.
What do you mean he could have seen it?
No,
From
he
the
couldn't.
door?
No, he couldn't have seen it. There's like two walls in the
Yeah.
way.
Well, one of them's like a countertop, you know. But...
Yeah. What?
So he wouldn't have been able to see him the whole time. Yeah, he's dead. Stiff as
hold on,
concrete,
hold on,
actually.
wait. So hold on. They weren't like full partitions, right?
No, they were full partitions, floor to ceiling. Look at the picture of the crime scene. The next image over. That's a wall. That's just outright a wall behind him.
You're right.
They're hanging a picture from the wall.
You're right. You're right. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. What? The crime scene photo? The floor plans, maybe?
Don't present it yet. We're on the wrong line. The dialogue.
Saw one ugly scene. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I would just do the layout.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw that guy. You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigray?
No one escapes the tiger's clutches.
Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. It actually kind of goes hard.
Yeah. True.
I'm putting that one in the
The hard
books. The hard covered book of justice. Anyway, I think it's time we got something straight.
What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning?
These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigray? From there, your field of vision would have been covered in area something like this. Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat.
Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head.
Unfortunately for you, that's not possible. If the court would like to think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition.
Those are not floor to ceiling. You've lied to me.
I didn't say it was floor to ceiling. I said it was a hard wall. Why, that's true! Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. So, from the entrance of Tribulations, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day, because you met with them.
Objection. Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table.
But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn Elk, but a fake.
What?
In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed, but acted out a charade. Oh wow, he doesn't seem like he'd be a very good actor. He's kind of loud. That will do! This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn Elg, and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo? In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of the criminal to the court.
It's probably also him, right?
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
He is a professional actor, after all.
I mean, he did pretend to be Phoenix, and that worked somehow.
Yeah. Well, obviously, the killer is Furio Tigray. No one else could have done it. Oh, what? Well, witness!
Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. So I dare you to say it again. Come on, you've got the guts.
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigray. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright!
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright, don't leave me to handle this all alone.
Ha! Perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr. Godot?
Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see the victim. Oh, no, no, no.
Serving your brother Javagino, but you put something in it. There's no question about it. She's very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee.
Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee. Object. Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Ha! Found your pen at last, Trite?
It was in my pocket the whole time. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind. Yes, your point, Mr. Wright. I think the conclusion is obvious. This Glenn Elg really was the killer in disguise. Then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show. What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well? The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her. Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
Well, the only female we've seen is this lass.
Jean Armstrong.
That's true. Or Lisa Basil. Absolutely not a robot, by the way.
Yeah, Viola Cadaverini.
Yeah.
Who's this woman? Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender.
Who's making that big mistake? You know who Violetta's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick.
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy. She had a kind of cackling laugh. There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. Earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured? And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real, and once for show. And Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you. Witness! What have you got to say?
That's cute.
Sorry?
He was alright. I can do with a guy like you around.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get to me meeting now, but I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go.
Me's meeting. Something to think about.
You got it all wrapped up. Nice, alright? We missed out on one real important thing.
But that can't be.
I was in the joint that day. I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, you see him?
What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigray?
Ha! What a troublemaker.
Troublemaker?
Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
Indeed. Witness, will you explain yourself to the court? I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tribulations between yourself and the victim?
All right, ties to the victim. Yeah, I loaned Elg cash, about $100,000. That day we was due to have a little chat. Kid had hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know. Real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she done, everything would have been over.
Now, I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Elg was $50,000.
Yeah, well, got the VIG to take it into account. The interest builds up fast, you know.
That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice as principal. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question.
Yeah, it was one lucky kid. Got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case.
Motive? He has to have one, but what is it?
Let's see. Unfortunately, I don't really know.
I saw something.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. But I am Phoenix Wright, ace detective, you know.
No, that's Gumshoe. He's our ace detective.
I'm Phoenix Wright. Lie detector.
So I feel like I don't know. I'm seeing like direct contradictions. I think I have like
I don't
ideas.
know. I don't know. I want to step it back. And this isn't the line. And that's not the line. That's not the line. I don't know, man. I don't know. Did he have any way to pay up? That's all I'm saying. He may have had a little way to pay up, you know?
Oh,
He is a famous music producer, after all.
Okay.
The most famous.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's got a new record, you know, going on, spinning up.
That was not it.
Your Honor, that statement contradicts the evidence. Huh? It does? I don't see anything contradictory. We probably should have pressed it. Objection denied. Try to think before you make actions. Oops, that didn't go so well.
Yeah, let's press it. You're right.
How much did he have left on his debt?
You wanted in round figures? About $100,000.
That's the whole amount.
We're talking about a guy who had 58 cents in his wallet.
What? You telling me he wasn't even gonna pay for the coffee?
He certainly seems to have been a brave man, this Mr. Elg.
That guy was smooth, I tell yous. Real smooth. He'll have your money in less than 5 minutes. What he says to me. Guy then calls me the tender tiger. He was skating on thin ice with me.
He is a
That's
tender
kinda funny.
tiger. Yeah. Okay, so no. Let's just press these.
What?
We aren't getting damaged.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I think I want more info on this one too. I don't care about the other ones.
The waitress. You mean?
Yeah, the girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean? She hadn't gotten in the way, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with.
Maybe I should push a little on this. Yeah, what did Maggie do?
Yeah.
What exactly are you implying that the defendant did?
How about you go ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad, she poisoned Elk's coffee.
A likely theory. Your word hasn't held any water lately, Mr. Tigre.
Objection. Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, Trite.
The law doesn't exactly agree with some of the deals I send out. I couldn't be there when the cops showed up, so I split.
I see?
Your Honor. The witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee.
I concur, Mr. Godot. I will amend your testimony accordingly, witness.
So that's what you use after Phoenix, right?
Okay,
I kinda wanna do the
my
other
biggest
one,
question,
too.
and why does she have potassium cyanide?
Yeah, that is a
Like,
question.
She just had it to poison him?
That's a question we can't ask, I think, with the current info.
Yeah. Press this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, let's press it.
Tiger's trying to pin the crime on Maggie. If I ask him about what he saw, it's only going to damage our case. What do you mean things would have been over and done with?
Are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 bucks back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way.
As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony? Would you like it amended?
I guess let's amend it.
Can we check the court record real
Oh,
quick?
sorry. Nope.
I'm not going to get anywhere with the testimony as it stands. Your Honor, the defense would like the testimony amended. Very well. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect your recent statements, please.
It's after $100,000 and have no other reason to kill the guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
can we check the evidence real quick?
Sure.
Go to the newspaper. Not... Or, the previous... Yeah, the first one. First newspaper. Sports paper. Because, this... That's $100,000, which is what he owed. MC Bomber, right? What do we get for this, right? It's in the victim's handwriting.
Oh, wait. Yeah, maybe he wanted to steal MC Bomber. Or something, I don't know.
How do we use that?
What else do we have? We have... Well, he owed a...
$1 million bill. Payment was due last year.
Oh,
I mean, so he needs money.
yes. So he needs money. This is
Potentially worth
$1
millions of dollars. Okay, why can't we present the CD right now? It says potentially worth millions of dollars.
Yeah. And he may have wanted at it. Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elg owed you, correct?
I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right.
Fortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after.
Objection. What are you getting at, Trite? What else would a moneylender be after other than money?
Oh, the moneylender was after money. But money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch. What is that? It's a computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What does one of those do? A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer. A computer? What does one of those do? The beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. Yeah. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million? Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elk had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Glenn Elk was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elk put up on to order the borrow money.
Objection. You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get a hold of that program?
Exactly.
The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, Trite. A man like him can get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder.
Of course he could, provided he had time. But what if he needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. Seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money to the tune of $1 million?
The Medi-Cal papers.
December of last year, you found yourself in a huge need for money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter, which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital, where she underwent surgery.
How much of this do you know?
These medical papers document the treatment of young women in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. And yet, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full. $1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue those HMOs.
True. Ha! No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue.
Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it.
Ah! That was a pretty good growl.
Is he a young woman in question? Order! 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 You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright. Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini.
Did you say Cadaverini?
Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini.
Paul!
Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire $1 million Bruto Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glen Elg's life to pay your debt. Oh wow,
Yeah,
wait,
I
the
would do the same,
Cadaverini? I owe them money.
Yeah, fuck.
On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glen Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I.
The lottery win?
Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. So he resorted to illegitimate means.
That's crazy.
He murdered Glen Elg, and then he made his next move. To frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glen Elg, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection. Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept in the dark about it.
But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Goodell? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tiger's plan.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would too. Yeah, I did that actually too.
Order! Order! Silence! Or I will...
Who's put on a good show, Spiky? You just want to stay alive in the loan shark business. You gotta be careful. Who's saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness, and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that.
I agree.
You do?
Despite your appearance, you're very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out. What? Another one, Mr. Wright?
Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? What was this trick you say Mr. Tiger performed to frame the accused?
I gotcha. Boom.
Aha! Wait. Ah! Yeah?
Yeah, it's probably better than paper
Yeah!
badge. What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone can be fooled by such childish imitation. Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me. What? That's the truth. But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing in here, this very court, a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I've ever seen.
Wow.
Objection.
I could have seen it this whole time.
Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove that the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take on the stand and testify that it was him?
Oh.
Hey. No, hey. Forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that. Not me. You made a mistake, all right? It was someone else, huh?
Have you no pride, sir?
Objection. This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court we deal with people's lives.
Mr. Godot is right. Your Honor? Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it. No!
Oh, yeah, wow, what a fair and impartial judge. I like him.
The defense has no further evidence. The court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
But we've come so far.
You say he impersonated Glen Elg, you say he impersonated you, but none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee.
Ah!
I mean, honestly,
Wow,
I did it, I
that should
think.
make a really good point or something.
Ha! Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get mauled. You got that?
All I managed to do here is chase him around a bit. I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt.
Ha! Looks like I won't be needing a refill.
I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence, and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook. This witness's cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigre.
Oh, thank God, I was scared
Wow,
of him.
can't believe they're letting that crazy guy go.
Hold it.
Hold it!
Your Honor, sir.
You.
Your Honor, sir! Wait!
Detective! Detective Gumshoe!
Sorry it took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too.
What is it, Detective?
Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence.
What? What?
Woo! I love Gumshoe!
Wow, I like that guy. He looks kind of goofy.
He's my favorite.
January 8th, 2:48 p.m. District Court. Defendant, lobby, no one. Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab.
Results?
About the prints, pal, from this medicine bottle.
Oh, do you know who the prince belonged to now?
Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know.
Detective, you're hacking.
So, tell us, they're the tigers, right? I knew it.
Hey, you bet. Clear as crystal all over the bottle. The Fear Tigris paw print's all right.
That's great. We've got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick.
No. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make a difference whose prints are on that bottle now.
What? Why not?
What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison into Glenn Elk's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now.
Huh. I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
This was our last chance to help Maggie. I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright, I'm a real loser. Not breaking news to me, pal. Oh.
Detective Gumshoe?
Maggie,
You've been working on something for me?
Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair now.
Detective Gumshoe, wait! He's gone.
isn't there anything we can do now, Nick?
I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. Small bottle, put it in the pocket.
January
Oh, that's right.
8th.
That was the ear medication bottle.
Yep. 304
Not
PIM.
poison.
Issued courtroom no 4.
Wow. I thought the guy was guilty. Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor? I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered. Yes.
Don't keep us all in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally. We can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we?
Thanks, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste.
How much of my time are you gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before, but use lawyers should know how to blow things out of proportion.
No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright. I know I can't prove anything with this new evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here, but maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down for a bit. Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court.
I guess we do this, right?
I mean, that's
the only new
what we
evidence
got.
we've got, yeah.
This is the defense's final piece of evidence. Isn't that the victim's... Your Honor? Naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. T. Gray.
What?
But, Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information? Everyone in here knows what this bottle contains. Except one man. One person in this courtroom that should theoretically be in the dark.
My printer on that pansy-looking bottle? Is that what you was saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway?
Phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence.
Excuse me?
Mr. T. Gray, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains
Do we
potassium
lie here?
cyanide.
All right.
This bottle contains potassium cyanide. What? Potassium cyanide? The poison used to murder Mr. L, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. T. Gray, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that?
You'd make a good clown, you know that?
What?
Yous ain't never gonna get this to stick. It was just making me laugh now. You would think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger?
A bluff?
I can see straight through you, Phoenix, right? That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it.
No. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in.
Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown and it was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash. Don't look nothing like it.
Got him. Got him. At last.
What? Why is everyone going quiet? I said the bottle...
Is this the bottle you're referring to?
Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. You ain't gonna find my print on that bottle. Don't let that cozy looking suit fool you, people. That little way is just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go.
You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said?
What I said? What did I just say?
You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison.
Now you don't know who you's messing with. I'm the tiger. I control millions of dollars in the black market. You think I'm gonna let some dumped up souk get the better of me?
Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you. The biggest phony of all. What's going on? Yeah, it looks like a blackout.
Well done, Trite. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey.
That's a cool
Oh,
line.
wow.
How do you hit him in the dark? Is that just laser eyes?
The lasers. Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe, but if this one hollers, he won't be let go. The judge is real for that one.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot?
Do you think when they were like writing this case, they came up with that first? They were like, how do we make this work?
Yes, for sure.
He is being arrested on the suspicion of murder of Glenelg, Your Honor.
Well, fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was.
And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake.
Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything, if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Irio Tigre is truly a frightening criminal.
Ha! The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there.
Doe. Well, I'm now in a position to deliver my verdict. The court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. We did it, chat. Confetti. Yeah, woohoo. That is all. This court is adjourned.
January 8, 4:10 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, No. 1.
Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, Maggie.
I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger.
Look, Nick, in the doorway.
Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around, pal.
Wait.
Oh.
Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, yeah, congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
I knew you were innocent all along.
Didn't you say that in your testimony then?
Uh-huh. Oh, well, I was, well, I guess I'll be heading off then. See you around.
Wait up, Detective. He just ran off.
Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle.
That wasn't even of any use.
But
Only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles. Poor guy.
Yeah, what the hell?
Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him.
can you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie. You know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this. I wanted to believe that, sir. On the first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts. He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it. I got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom.
A present, more like.
Give her a big tray of freaking weenies.
Yeah!
Filled with tender love. Here you are, a present to celebrate your freedom. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe, made with a ton of love.
He said you lost weight and he was worried about you.
Detective Gumshoe? I actually really like weenies, you know?
Same.
Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know.
Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? Is it okay if I eat this now? Classic Maggie.
Eating weenies.
So, how is it, Maggie?
It's really good.
Gumshoe can't afford this.
So the case of the phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start.
She's about to get murdered.
Episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout. The end.
We really did cook up a defense.
Heyo! That might be the most I've ever remembered from an episode, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah. That's true. And we're about to run into our boy, the great Judge India is there. And Gumshoe is trying to
Win back his love, Maggie Bird, by giving her his massive weenies.
That's true.
You know who else has a massive weenies? Us. This episode of Ace Attorney.
Jeremy, put that in.